Kanti Chesova Chastata. Chastata. I think there's a short of A here, isn't it? Huh? If I go by, yeah, I think there's an A short, isn't it? Kanti Chesova Chastata. Samananancha Dasanang. Yeah, I go, yeah. I think there's an A short here. That's right. I think so. Yeah. Because when I go by heart, I know there's an A there. Okay. I'm sure there is lah.
Yes, there is a A.
Yeah, long A.
There is a long
There's a
A.
A.
Long A.
Sorry, there's a long A because I must,
Yeah.
when I did the slide, I forgotten to double check.
Okay. No, it's okay. The only is that, yeah, because when I chant, I also sometimes I just go by heart. Kanti cha sova chasata samananan cha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacca etang manggala muttamang kanti cha sova chasata samananan cha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacca etang manggala muttamang kanti cha sova chasata samananang cha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacca etang manggala muttamang. Okay.
Kanti cha sovachasata samananancha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacca etam manggala sakacca etam manggala muttaman.
Okay, so we go back to that line. Kalena dhamma sakacca.
Kalena dhamma
Kalena, long A, long E. Kalena dhamma sakacca.
Kalena dhamma sakacca etam mangalam uttamang.
Yes, excellent, sister. Very good.
Thank you.
Kanti cha sovachasata samananan cha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacca etang manggalamuttamang.
Okay, sister, very good.
Kanti cha sovachasata samananan cha dasanang. Sorry. Sorry, wrong.
Dasanang, yes, correct.
Dasanang, okay. Kalena dhamma sakacca etang manggala muttamang.
Okay, two long A's, yes, sister. First line. Sovachasata.
Sovachasata ata.
Long A.
Yeah, correct.
Sovachasata.
Kanti cha sovachasata.
Perfect, yes. And then below that, you see the word sakacca. Again, long A here. Sakacca.
Sakacca, yeah.
Yes. Long A,
Okay.
cha also.
Okay.
Okay, good. Kalena dhamma sakacca. Okay. Okay, good. Now we go to number 4.
Kanti cha sovachasata samananan cha dasanang kalena dhamma sakacca etang manggala muttamang.
Okay, well done, sister. except for this word, kanti cha sova chasata. Very well done. The next word, samananan cha dasanang.
Nang samananang just dasanang.
Yes, very good. Yes. Okay. So practice this chanting, sister. So here the Buddha says again, you must learn to be patient, learn to be obedient. So tell our children, you must learn to be patient at work, be patient with your parents. Sometimes these children, you ask them for internet things, they're very impatient one, all of you got the same experience. You ask your friend easier than asking your children, isn't it? So must tell them patience, is it? And then obedience, okay? So this is also what we must practice lah. We must be patient to our parents, patient to our children also. Don't forget, children can tell mommy also, mommy, you must be patient, correct? So both parties must be patient. And then they must be obedient, obedient and meeting holy people. This one meeting holy people, sometimes the Chinese got a lot of pantang, sometimes the Chinese businessmen, they don't like to see monks in the morning, They see monks in the morning, botak head, say, liao, kaliao, botak liao. So they think that business will botak, so see, So this is wrong, lah. So the Buddha says, if you are a patient man, you are an obedient person, and you meet holy people, it's very good, and then you got timely discussion on the Dhamma. Like now we are meeting to discuss the Dhamma. These are all beautiful time where we spend together. This is the highest blessing, the Buddha says. See, so when you meet holy people in the morning, don't pantang lah. I know some Chinamen, the businessmen, they don't like lah. Yeah, morning see botak head lah, liao kaliao lah, botak kaliao lah. So actually not true lah. It's very good to meet the monks in the morning. So the Buddha, for us Buddhists, we say it's good to meet the monks in the morning, and you have a chance to discuss the Dhamma. Like I said, the Dhamma brings you purity, you see, teach you to live an ethical life, how to do business, how to spend your money. The Dhamma teaches you all this. Don't cheat people. We want to earn money, but we don't have to cheat people lah. Correct. We can earn money, tell you, sell to you, finish. We don't have to cheat you lah. So these are the time. This is the highest blessing. So remember, kanti is patience. Okay. Samana, nanchadasanang. Samana means what? Samanas are holy people. The ascetics, they are also called samanas. Buddha also, they address him as samana. Samana Gotama, they call him. So these are called holy people. So Buddha says, be patient, learn to be obedient, and meeting holy people and having time to discuss the Dhamma. This is the highest blessings. So now we are sharing the Dhamma, we are learning the Dhamma. This is one of the best time that we can have together. Not going drinking in the pub and then bora here, bora there. Correct. Okay, so we go to the next stanza. Okay. Tapo cha brahmacharyan cha arya saccana dasanang nibbana saccikiriya cha etang Maṅgala Suttaṃ. Tapo cha brahmacharyan cha arya saccana dasanang nibbana saccikiriya cha etang Maṅgala Suttaṃ. Tapo cha brahmacharyan cha arya saccana dasanang nibbana saccikiriya cha etang Maṅgala Suttaṃ.
Tapo cha brahmacharyan cha arya sacha na dasanan nibbana sachi kiriya cha etam Maṅgala Suttaṃ.
Okay, well done, sister.
Thank you.
tapo cha brahmacharyam cha ariya saccana dasanam nibbana sacchikiriya cha etang mangala muttamang.
Very good, sister. I think it's a very easy stanza.
Tapo cha brahmacharyan cha ariya satchana dasanang nibbana sacci kiriya cha etang manggalang muttamang.
Very good, sister.
Okay, thank you.
Tapo cha brahmacharyam cha ariya sat. Okay,
Ariya Satchana.
tapo cha brahmacharyam cha ariya saccana dasanam nibbana sacchikiriya cha etang mangalamutamang.
Okay, well done, sister. We just go to the first line, second half. Ariya Satchana Dasanang.
Ariya saccana dasanam.
Yes, Dasanang. Don't forget double S. Dasanang.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, now here what the Buddha says. Oh, you cannot see there. Self-control, holy life. Tapocha brahmacharyancha. Brahmacharyancha. Life of a Brahma, pure life. Pure life. Okay. Wait, she will put for us the English one. Easier for me to explain to you all. Self-control. Again, this is about self-control. You must learn to restrain yourself. Buddhism does not say you cannot do this. Buddha never say you cannot drink. Like I've said just now, we must restrain ourselves from drinking intoxicant. The Buddha never say you cannot drink. No. Okay? So if you want to drink, make sure you don't make your mind become mabuk. That's all. So we learn to restrain from drinking, not thou shalt not drink. No, no such thing. So self-control. That means self-restraint. Don't everything you see you want. Go shopping, everything you see you want. You must restrain yourself. You buy this, what for? You have so many dresses at home. Why you want some more? Like that lah. We learn to control ourselves. That is Buddhism. No such thing as cannot do. Buddha says cannot do. No. Buddha never command you. Buddha is only our teacher. Buddha is not a God. He does not command you. So remember, you want to do anything, you do. If it brings you benefit, you do lah. If it doesn't bring you benefit, you must test lah. Whatever you do, good or not. If that is no good, don't do lah. If it's good for you, good for others, then you do lah. If good for you, no good for others, don't do. You're selfish. Good for others, no good for you, also don't do. You're gong lah. Correct. Good for you and good for others. This is suitable. Then we do lah. So that is the meaning of self-restraint. We test what we want to do first. And then you live a holy life means what? Morally upright lah. Holy life don't mean you become monks and nuns lah. That means we live a good, pure life. As a lay person, we can also live a holy life. Okay? Then comprehension. This is very important. Comprehension of the noble truth. Arya Satchana. Arya noble Satchana is truth. The noble truth. Correct. So the Buddha says comprehension of the noble truth. Correct. You can comprehend, can understand the Four Noble Truths fully in the 12 aspects that I can teach you in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. You can understand the Four Noble Truths in the 12 aspects. Then you realize Nibbana. Okay, that means you are already enlightened. Okay, and this is the highest of all the highest blessings, the realization of Nibbana. Okay, so this is very important. Self-control. Remember, the self-control, self-restraint. It is not about compelling you not to do. Precept doesn't compel you to do this, doesn't compel you not to do this. Precepts tell you restrain yourself from killing, restrain yourself from stealing, restrain yourself from sexual misconduct. Correct? The Buddha never say human, you all lay people, your sexual conduct you can have, but make sure it is not a misconduct. And then the Buddha says, you don't tell lies, control your speech. Musawada, we control our speech. Don't say we cannot tell lies, you cannot this, cannot that. No. Just learn to control, practice yourself, and then until you comprehend the noble truth. Okay, Arya Satchana, Satcha is truth, Arya is noble. Okay, so when you realize the noble truth, then it is Nibbana. Then you have realized Nibbana. When you can understand the noble truth, this is the highest blessings. Okay? Okay, then you go to the conclusion. What does the Buddha says in the conclusion? Okay, then there the Buddha again, okay, be read through. Puttassa loka dhamme hi Chittang yasana kampati asokang virajang kemang etang manggala muttamang puttassa loka dhammehi chittang yasana kampati asokang virajang kemang etang manggala muttamang puttassa loka dhammehi chittang yasana kampati asokang virajang kemang etang manggala muttamang. Okay.
Puttassa lokadammehi chittang yasana kampati asokam virajam kemang etam mangalam uttamang.
Very good, Sita, very good.
Thank you.
Puttassa loka dhammehi chittang yasana kampati asokang virajang kemang etang mangalamuttamang.
Okay, Sita, good.
Puttassa loka dhammehi chittang yasana nakampati asokang virayang kemang etang manggalang muttamang.
Well done, Sita, good.
Thank you.
Puttassa loka dhammehi chittang yasana kampati asokam virajang kemang etang mangalamuttamang.
Okay, well done, Sita. Okay. So here the Buddha says, Puttassa loka dhammehi. Loka is world. Actually, okay, the English one is, they have arranged English way of saying and the Pali different. So Puttassa loka dhammehi is actually no contact contact with the worldly contingencies Second Chittang is your mind. Okay, yeah, chittang is your mind, chitta. Yasana kampati. Mind does not tremble. Okay, your mind does not tremble by contact of the worldly things. Okay, you see, when we contact worldly things, like I've said, it's all about self-restraint. Okay, now, he whose mind does not flutter, chittang yasana kampati, the mind does not flutter. Okay, puttassa loka dhamme, he by contact with worldly contingency. Okay, what does that mean? our mind remains steady and firm. That means the world contingencies, meaning to say that we must not be carried away with too much happiness. Neither we must be carried away with too much of sadness. Mind must not flutter because we are happy. Oh, I win lottery. Oh, I become so happy. No, don't let your mind flutter. Yes, I got a windfall of 100,000. You must also learn to relax. Now, when we have got some sorrowful events at home, we also must not let your mind flutter and then start wailing and crying and no, let it happen. Your mind must not flutter in all these world contingencies. We must realize that happiness will end in sadness, correct? Pleasure will always end in pain. Fame will always end in defame. What else, Sister Devi? These are the 8 contingencies. The 8 contingencies is pleasure and pain, popular and blame, correct? And then happiness, pleasure and pain, then happiness and unhappiness. So, okay, you work out this 8 lah. I always forget this 8. Okay. So these are
Gain and loss,
gain and loss. Sister Susie, okay.
pride and disrepute.
Okay, so pride is that I've said and disrepute when you're popular. When you become popular, you don't get carried away because one day you will fall. You see the
Praise
problem.
and blame.
So fame and blame. So these are the 8 contingencies. Okay, you must expect these 8 contingencies. Correct? In life, don't think, wow, today I'm very popular. Don't think like that. Correct? You will one day become not popular. Correct? And pleasure, you have so much of pleasure, so much of happiness. This happiness will end in also sadness. So we must expect these 8 contingencies in life. Okay? So your mind must not flutter. We see sorrowful events at home, we lose somebody we love. We must realize that life is impermanent. Yes, you can be sad. Nobody says you cannot be sad. Nobody says you cannot cry. If you have lost somebody you love very much, you have lost something you like very much, you can be sad. Who says you cannot be sad? But don't lament. What the Buddha says is, don't every day think of that, lost, I lost my wallet, every day grumble. Don't. Yes, we can be very upset. I lost my wallet, I got $100 today. Yes, who says you cannot be upset? Go ahead. But then after that, restrain again. Don't let that feeling, the Buddha says, don't let your mind tremble. Don't let your mind flutter over this goodness and badness. Life is like that. These 8 contingencies in life are like that. We must expect this. Then we become more restrained in our reaction. We don't want to be kanchong. Happy also kanchong, sad after become so sad. No, we must learn to restrain. Okay, so then your life, then the Buddha says, sorrowless life, and then stainless and secure. If your mind does not flutter over these 8 contingencies, you won't be so sorrowful. Correct? Your life will become sorrowless. Of course, not completely sorrowless. You can have sorrow. Some people tell me somebody passed away, they cry. I think they're wrong. They say, no, you're not wrong. It is normal to cry. Don't worry. It is normal to feel sad. Don't worry. Who says you cannot feel sad? We are not zombies, To be a Buddhist does not make you a zombie. We still have feelings, Don't forget, The Buddha also has feelings. You come to Ratana Sutta, I'll show you where the Buddha's feelings are. The Buddha also has feelings. Who says the Buddha got no feelings? To become Buddha means become zombie really No, not true. So we also must be like that. Then our mind becomes sorrowless, stainless, and secure. Firm. This is the highest blessing. That's what the Buddha says. Okay. Okay, we go to the last one. We still have time. Okay, this is nothing. This is just the summary Eta disani katwana sapat Maparajita Sapatta Soting Gaccanti Tang Desang Manggala Muttamang Ti Eta Disanika Tuana Sapatta Maparajita Sapatta Soting Gaccanti Tang Desang Manggala Muttamang Ti Eta Disanika Tuana Sapatta Maparajita Sapatta Soting Gaccanti Tang Tesang Manggala Muttamang Ti. Okay, this word here, Katwana. If you want, you can go Katwana. Kat. Short A, Katwana. Okay, but not double T lah, because it's a KA apostrophe. So that becomes, what we are saying is emphasize on the short A. Katwana. Okay.
Eta disani katwana sabata maparajita sabbata sotim gachanti tam desam mangalamuttamanti.
Yes, very good, sister. Yes.
Thank you.
Eta disani katwana sabbata maparajita sabbata soting gaccanti tang tesang mangalamuttamanti.
Very good, sister.
Etasti sanikatwana sabbata maparajita sabbata sottingga canti tang te sang manggala muttamangti.
Okay, the tongue here, you can shift to Gachanti tang.
Oh, canti
Okay,
tang.
Sabbata Soting Gaccanti Tang Desang Manggala Muttamangti. Okay, for us
Okay.
to keep that lah, Gaccanti Tang. Okay.
Okay.
Eta disani katwana sabbata maparajita sabbata sutting gancanti tang tesang mangalamuttamanti.
Okay, so the word is Gaccanti. Second line,
Gaccanti.
Gach, GAC, pause, Chanti. Gaccanti.
Gaccanti tang.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Here is a summary. They say all the 38 is covered under above. Those who have fulfilled the above conditions, the conditions of the 38 blessings above, are victorious everywhere. Okay, and attain happiness everywhere. If you can have these 38 blessings, you will be happy wherever you go. You will not be jealous of people. You will not be frustrated. You will not have all this attachment. These are the highest blessings. So remember, these are the highest blessings for Buddhists. Don't pantang here, pantang there, because these are the most. Okay. Any questions on these highest blessings? Okay, so you want to continue and finish your Ratana Sutta, I guess, better, isn't it? So what we will do is Ratana Sutta, I don't know if we can do in 2 weeks or not, depending on the crowd. If there's a lot of people, I don't think you can finish in 2 weeks. We try to finish that in the month of March. After that, I will start chapter 3 for the new intake. I hope there are new intakes. Of course, I will go to my class and ask them again. Okay. If not, means I can take a break. And you all are most welcome to come back to your second, to the third intake, so you can practice again. My stories will be different, don't worry. You come in, I will put in extra things. Because actually Buddhism is a lot to talk about. You just pick whatever comes to my mind. Whatever is important for our daily living. I think that is what I'm focusing. Not so much on spirituality, but more on how do we live a happy life with this kind of chanting that helps you understanding the meaning of the chanting. Okay. So anybody has any question? So okay, next week I think we need 3 weeks for Ratana Sutta, I guess if we can finish in 2 weeks, okay Ratana Sutta may not be difficult because the stanzas are 4 lines and 2 lines are repeated. So maybe we can. But of course you practice, so after that I will invite you all to join the Thursday group. Thursday group has got different suttas they're learning. So for this group, I will maintain these 12 weeks to rotate around this syllabus. And then once you are ready, your foundation is strong, you go to the Thursday group, and then we learn other new suttas. And then Friday is they put to practice, they chant all the suttas that they have learned on Friday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is this. Okay. I sometimes don't join them on Fridays because okay. So any questions before we end?
Brother, I have one question, brother.
Yes.
Why some Bahasa word mixed with Pali?
Actually, Bahasa has very limited vocabulary. So also Pali. Don't forget, you see, Pali language, many people are disputing that the Buddha spoke in Pali. Correct? Okay, you all have done your diploma. Sometimes you see people say, no, the Buddha did not teach in Pali. The Buddha spoke in Magadhi. Correct? We accept, don't worry, sister. It is all your opinion, you can share, but this is not important for your liberation, number one. Now, but however, since you all are also academic, all these are all the future academic, I share a little bit extra. You see, the Buddha spoke in Magadhi. Nobody wants to dispute that fact. Agreed. Okay? Because in Magadha, they speak in Magadhi. Okay, coming back to answer your question, sister, because Bahasa is limited. This is related to your question. Bahasa also limited kind of vocabulary. So now the Buddha spoke in Magadhi. Okay? Now, Pali, then that Magadhi has got limited vocabulary also. Okay? Now, Sanskrit is a more established language then. Correct? Okay? Sanskrit is well established then. Okay? Magadhi is a colloquial, local or colloquial language. Correct? Only we speak Pasa and the local people spoke. Sanskrit, the higher level people speak Sanskrit. Because we can write in Sanskrit. We are clever people. Correct? But the Buddha did not want to preach in Sanskrit. If the Buddha does that in Sanskrit, all these Brahmins will start writing their own views, their own interpretation will come out. Correct, sister? So the Buddha spoke in local language where everybody could understand. So the Buddha spoke in Pali. Okay, you say Magadhi, fine, use the word Magadhi. Then, but because of the limited vocabulary, Pali at the time of the Buddha or Magadhi at the time of the Buddha has very limited vocabulary. They borrowed many of these words like Nibbana. Where are they come from? Nirvana. Correct. They are all from Sanskrit. Correct. Karma. Where does it come from? This is not by the Buddha, these are all existing terms, Correct. They are all existing in Sanskrit. Nirvana, Pali, Dharma. Correct. So many of these words were borrowed. Yes, we say the Buddha borrowed these words and put into his language. Okay? And they expanded that language to become very rich and more cultured. It is called Pali. It evolves and it became Pali. Okay? With a lot of words borrowed from Brahmanism. Okay? These words of karma is nothing new. No, the Buddha did not invent the word. This was used by the Brahmanic people also. They are known as karma. We use as karma. Pali becomes karma. Okay, correct? So many words the Buddha introduced in use that words into Magadhi, and it expanded and became more refined language called Pali. So Pali, yes, it is the evolution of Magadhi. This is my another version lah. Many people have a lot of version lah. Huh? My little research shows you that lah. So now they have assimilated a lot of all these words from Brahmanism. Those are in Sanskrit, and the Buddha put it in, and the Buddha refined Pali with proper grammar. Pali is the cakap pasawan lah. Cakap, itu berapa lah. But then the Buddha refined that Pali into very refined grammar. Pali has grammar, correct? So for me, it has evolved to become a very refined language, and it is now known as Pali. You cannot find a Magadhi language in India today. If you go to India, there is no Magadhi language. Where is Magadhi language? Correct? So now another theory says that Magadhi has evolved to become Pali with the introduction of a lot of additional words and the proper grammar. Pali has proper grammar. So that's how it evolved. So that is why you cannot find Magadhi language in India today. You only can find Pali and Sanskrit. So that is another theory lah. How true it is, but this is what my research shows lah. So Pali is Magadhi, we agree. Yes, if you say the Buddha spoke in Magadhi, I agree. I know of one very senior professor, I was there at a conference ago. He said the Buddha never spoke in Pali. Wow, everybody took it also, But he is a rector of the university, So people tend to believe him more lah. But I think very unfair statement lah. I think very unfair lah. You frighten people really. When Theravada Buddhists believe that we are saying that the Buddha preached in Pali, you don't be a scholar and start shouting and the Buddha never spoke in Pali, I think it's wrong. I will not shout like that lah. That's why I'm saying this is another version. So Magadhi, we are not denying that Buddha spoke Magadhi. Yes, but it has evolved into Pali. Right? So Magadhi is Pali. Magadhi is Pali, a more refined Magadhi. It has grammar. Last time you had no grammar. Now you see Pali, you can learn Pali grammar, very difficult, Pali grammar, the declensions and all those things. It's not easy, So Pali has very nice grammar. You see, that's why it's all written in very nice grammatical and poetic form, because it is not Magadhi. If Magadhi means it becomes very, very kaku lah. In Malay, we say very kaku lah. You won't be so refined, won't be so melodious lah. So for us, the Theravadin says that the Buddha taught in Pali, because the Buddha, there are two things here we talk about. Okay, never mind. 5 minutes more. The Buddha did not want to choose to teach in Sanskrit. Number one is because Sanskrit is used by the elite people only, and the Brahmins. If the Buddha taught in Sanskrit, the Buddha can speak Sanskrit, the Buddha can speak 9 languages, okay? So if the Buddha taught in Sanskrit, only the elite people will benefit, correct? And they will write it down, correct? And then it become Brahmanism, same law. Because most of them, they're all Brahmanic, They are Brahmin priests, So Buddhism will become like that, So that's why the Buddha is very far-sighted, he's enlightened. So he did not want to speak in that language, because then his teachings will become fully corrupted. Okay, so that's why he used words like karma and nirvana and all that, but he has redefined those meaning, So our meaning of nibbana and karma is different from the meaning of nibbana and karma in Hinduism or Brahmanism. Buddha redefined those words that he borrowed. All these words were borrowed, yes. Nobody is denying that. But it has been redefined. Karma for us is non-fatalistic. karma for the others are fatalistic. Okay, that God created you and you have that karma because I put you here for 10 lives to live like that. When you have completed your cycle of whatever life that I have determined, I'm the creator. Then when you pass the last birth, you come back to me. That is their karma. Correct? Our karma is not fatalistic. I can be born poor. I work very hard. I succeed in my career. I do business. I can die a rich man. Correct? That is not because God wants me to be rich. That's because I put in my effort. So Buddhism is about personal effort for your own development, not fatalistic or determined by third party. We have no third party to determine what we will be. Okay, what you will be is determined by your own effort. So that's why the Buddha changed and redefined karma. Yes, same word, but different definition. So that's why you see there's a lot of words that is all Sanskrit words. So also like the Malay language, they were also very limited vocabulary, and they use a lot of Sanskrit word, Particularly if you associate yourself with the Indonesians, you see they use a lot of Sanskrit word. I call it I'm not to be biased or you can say Pali words Example, one good example in Malaysia, you see a monk, you say Sami, betul kah? Betul? Itu Sami. Tapi in Indonesia they say bhikshu, bhikkhu, you see. They don't say Sami, For us, Sami lah. Right? In Malaysia, kalau monk means Sami lah. Betul? But in Indonesia, they call it bhikshu, which is a Sanskrit word lah. Pali means bhikkhu lah. You see? And there are a lot of words they use there. They are all Sanskrit words. Very beautiful. Vihara, they use that Vihara also. Correct? Vihara is a temple lah, place of worship lah, Vihara. Kita sini tokong lah. Betul nggak? See? So they use a lot of these words there lah. Okay? So some of these languages, they borrow words here and there lah. It's not right or it's not wrong lah. It's normal lah. So you find that for us in Malaysia, we find Pali chanting easier because it has a lot. I mean, not say a lot lah. There are a few Malay words for us to follow lah. So our pronunciation is in line lah. So easier for us lah. In Malaysia, it's easy. That's why they find that the Malaysian Chinese can chant very well, because we speak Malay mah. Vihara, bhikshu, or we call it bhikkhu. A lot more words lah, So that's why if you want to preach in Malay, you must learn the terms from Indonesia, because we don't have the terms. Our term will be limited lah, If I speak, if I try to preach in Malay, I do sometimes lah. I see my Peranakan people, I cakap Melayu lah, But the words I use may not be accurate lah. But Indonesian have very accurate words lah. More accurate words lah. Bahasa Indonesia has more. Okay, sister, I hope that answers the question. It was a bit long.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Okay, these are controversial things, not necessary. We are not saying anybody is right or anybody is wrong lah. This is another way to look at things, and then you can. Anyway, it's not important at all. Correct? In your own spiritual development, all you need to do is to observe your 5 precepts. That's all. Correct? If you can maintain your 5 precepts and practice, I think that is more important than knowing why the Buddha said like that, why, what for? Pali and Bhagavati, we quarrel over this, You go to war lah, correct? You say not my Magadhi, Buddha never speak Pali, then you go to war lah, correct? What for? Practice.
Brother Tan, all those are from commentary on. So we are also not sure whether it's correct or not.
Yeah, yes, okay. Yeah. But
Correct, because
some are historical facts lah. Some, yes. Yes, some are from commentaries. Yes, certain interpretation. That's why, that is why Theravada Buddhists, we try to go as close as possible to the suttas. Right? And this is not commentaries, suttas. But unfortunately, the Buddha puts the thing in simple one sentence, but we cannot understand, you see. So we depend on the commentaries, you see. So sometimes we have no choice lah. Buddha Gosa puts it in the commentary very nicely for us lah. So like I said, for me, I learned to be grateful lah. So I am grateful to Buddha Gosa. I don't condemn him lah. But many people condemn him lah. They say he has adulterated Buddhism. No, I don't think so lah. I think most of us understand Buddhism, some of us, and through the commentaries. Through the sutta alone, sometimes the words are not clear. The words are not clear because the Buddha put it very briefly like that, you know. So you need to have commentaries to support you. Now, nobody is saying that you must accept that commentary. Now, once you have your foundation, what I hope to achieve is to give foundation to all those people who want to learn Buddhism. Once you know the life of the Buddha very well, historical Buddhism, okay, once you know this, then you can use this as your basis of trying to understand the commentaries, whether they are right or wrong. These commentaries are based on this kind of situation, correct? So once we know that the Buddha is like that, historical Buddha is like that, then we can judge the commentaries. If you don't accept the commentaries, don't accept. There's no problem. Commentaries are not words of the Buddha. Those are mostly from Buddha Gosa. But I am grateful to him. I think he has done a wonderful job. Otherwise, we won't understand also. I think without the commentaries, I don't think many of us can understand suttas directly. That is the truth. We have to accept. So I do not wish to condemn Buddha Gosa. Yes, a lot of people condemn him. Some people tell you, Buddha Gosa say one, Buddha Gosa say that, you know. But many things are said by Buddha Gosa. Point number one, you are reading the Tipitaka, correct? In what? Pali, correct? Do you know that Tipitaka was written in Sinhala? Correct. The first Tipitaka was in Sinhala, you know. Buddha Gosa took the pain to interpret that into Pali, you know. So we owe him what? He wrote it in Pali and preserve it because the first batch was burned, what to do? So it was preserved in Pali. And then now they reinterpret that Pali Tipitaka into Sinhala. It was actually Sinhala into Pali. Then, but because the original was burnt, accidentally burnt, so they do that again. They reinterpret again. You know, and who has done all this? Is Buddha Gosa. So we should also be grateful to him lah. He has done a good job lah. You know. I'm not that level of scholar lah. If I can be proven wrong, it's okay with me. But this is just an opinion, and I think we focus on the practice lah. Although I love to discuss on this, because some people simply cannot accept commentaries, you know. Particularly the Sutantas, they will never accept. They only accept the Sutta Pitaka and the Nikaya Pitaka. That's all, Right? Nikaya only, They don't accept Abhidhamma completely, okay? Abhidhamma is rubbish, okay? Abhidhamma is later addition. There's a lot of argument also, you know, that the word Abhi was used to, you have done your diploma course. I'm sure you have covered this syllabus. That Abhidhamma is called pertaining to the Dhamma, which the Buddha taught in Tawatingsa, you know. For us, the Buddha taught in Tawatingsa. The Abhidhamma, yes, the Buddha did not teach to any human, we agree. But the Buddha taught this in Tawatingsa heaven. When he came down, he repeated this to Sariputta. So Sariputta is the keeper of Abhidhamma. Nevertheless, I'm not promoting Abhidhamma. I'm promoting Sutta. This is enough for you to understand. But if you cannot understand the Suttas, you want to go to Abhidhamma, go ahead. Right? You know, I'm not so competent in Abhidhamma, but simple things we can still discuss. You know, on the Chittas and the Cetasikas, and yes, there's more simple things we can still discuss. But if you want to discuss, you must give me some information, because sometimes I go offhand. I don't really prepare my lectures, I just sometimes like this. I mean, I talk to you all, I just go off the cuff lah. So I may miss a lot of more valuable information lah, but if you tell me earlier, maybe I can have it properly. I don't know lah, but I'm a bit tied down, but so normally I go off the cuff most of the time lah. Okay. Thank you very much for your time again. Your dedication, Ettavata cha amhehi sambatang punya sampadang sape deva sape satta sape bhuta anumodantu sapa sampati sitya idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana patiya sadhu sadhu sadhu